numbers in here.
We're going to sneak up on Eric
-43%.
and listen to him tell all the amazing information about why you shouldn't have money in the market. We protect people's
So
money.
it kind of shows a different story when we actually have real numbers to those dollars, because the strategy of buy and hold in the market may be good for a while, but the problem is, where's the market going to be when we actually go to retire or start taking distributions, right? Our accounts, you don't have to quote unquote retire to take distributions. You could take distributions anytime, a year in, a month in, 2 years in, for 20 years, whatever. But in that kind of instance, you have to kind of time the market. Has anybody been able to figure out how to time the market?
No.
Is Warren Buffett a good, has he been able to time the market correctly?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
he would tell you out of his own mouth that he overpays and then doesn't get the full gain of the market, because nobody can perfectly time the market. It's just an impossibility. A lot of folks will tell you they do good, but that doesn't mean that they're experts at timing the market. So anyway, so your money can do basically three things, okay? It can go up, it can stay the same, or it can go down. Now, if you could eliminate one of those, which would you want to eliminate?
Going down.
That's right. Of course, going down. So, you know, our accounts do eliminate this loss, and we do it because we use an indexed crediting strategy, okay? Now, with an indexed crediting strategy, most of the time, and there's many different index crediting strategies, most of the time there's a maximum or a ceiling or a cap on the earnings because of the way that the insurance companies actually use the money that they invest. They're buying options, and there is a limit to what they're able to give on those, but they are going to eliminate any losses because they're not gambling with your money. They're actually, I guess you could say gambling, but they're investing a portion of their money, the interest that they would have credited you. That's what they're quote unquote investing with, and they're basically buying options to do that. So if the options do well, you get a return, you get most of the gain, but maybe not all of the gain. So your account is really linked to the market, but it's not in the market. So what that actually looks like when you're following the index crediting strategy, and that's what's illustrated in this chart right here. So the red line is the S&P, and I'm showing 20 years of the market that had some dramatic swings, okay? So we're just looking at the past. So in 1999, if you had $100,000, the market was really hot for those couple of years, the dot-com bubble you may have heard of. So the market went up pretty strong, this red line. The following year, it stopped at 120, almost 121,000. So a really great return. Now, if you follow the dark blue line, this is our index crediting strategy. You'll notice there's a gap in here. Again, we don't get all of the gains of the market, but what's interesting is when the market goes down, our money stays where it's at. You don't lose. And this is critical because anytime you introduce a negative number in a string of positive numbers, it pretty much destroys your end result. Like you want all positives or you want zeros. You know, if you ever remember like when you had in school and you had your grade point average, when you did bad in a subject or a class, right, that affected the whole GPA. It didn't just affect that one little class. It plays into your positives in that number. Does that make sense?
Yeah.